Yes, guys, welcome back to the end of the video on the YouTube channel. There it is. It's not coming home. As I expected, I predicted 2-1. Not 2-1, I predicted 2-0 Spain before the game. And it finished 2-1, so I was somewhat close. As England proved me right again. Prove us all right in every major tournament. Firstly, congratulations to Spain. Thoroughly deserved to win the final. They peppered us in the second half. If it wasn't for Pickford, it would have been 4 or 5. And overall, they actually deserved to win the whole tournament because they were the best team in the whole competition. So, yeah, congrats to Spain. England, on the other hand, yeah, let's be totally frank. We did not deserve to get out the group stages, let alone reach the final. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's not lie to ourselves that England have been extremely lucky. Whereas you look at Spain and who they've played in their routes to the final, they've had to hop over some tough obstacles here. Italy, Croatia, France, Germany, obviously now England. When can we say the same about England? Because under Gareth Southgate, we'll scam first place in our group, an easy group as well, and then we'll have an easy route to the final, like we did in the last Euros, like we did in the World Cup in 2018. I wouldn't say the last World Cup in Qatar was the easiest run in, because we played France in the quarterfinals, obviously. But certainly in the World Cup 2018, we had the easiest run in, failed to get to the final. The Euros, we beat Germany in the round of 16, and then we played lots of Ukraine and Denmark. We've been having it light. We really have done. And then this Euros, we've played two teams. I don't know why I held up 3 fingers there. We've played 2 teams that finished third in their group. And got Switzerland, who finished second, but we won on pens. Bear in mind, we were seconds away from getting knocked out by Slovakia. So, we've been really lucky. So, don't come on here and change the narrative about, oh, Gareth Southgate's now underrated. He's reached back-to-back European finals. All of that gimmick. At the same time, he's the first manager to lose back-to-back finals at major tournaments. So for that alone, he deserves the sacking. Like, have you seen how many managers that are available at the moment? The likes of Zidane, Jurgen Klopp, Xavi, Tuchel, even Allegri. They're all sat at home, jobless. And you're telling me, with their managers in charge, we wouldn't win the Euro? Of course! We would have won the last Euros if we had any of them managers in charge of England. We would have won this year's Euros if we had a better manager. Yes, Spain have been the best team in the tournament, but it's an inexperienced team. Spain haven't reached a major final since 2012. I believe that's correct as well, or else I'm going to make myself look like a right mug. But I believe their last final was 2012. We all thought they were past their peak after when they lost the likes of Iniesta, Xavi, Prime Torres. Ramos, all these Casillas, I could go on all day. They've got an inexperienced team. Other than Carvajal and Rodri, Laporte to some extent, they've got an inexperienced team. Whereas we've already experienced a final 4 years ago. So surely you would have expected lessons to be learnt, right? Of course we don't. Because Southgate just never learns, does he? He never does. Tell me which manager in world football drops the likes of Ollie Watkins and Cole Palmer after combining for the late winner against Holland. Ollie Watkins was the guy to get you into the final. Yet you bench him for Harry Kane, who's done jack shit this whole tournament. Oh, but he scored 3 goals, 2 tap-ins and one penalty. Nice one. I'll get on to Harry Kane later on. Because, yeah, honestly, I've got so much to get off my chest. Yeah, I'm just lost for words. I mean, let's get back onto Spain for a second. De La Fuente, yeah, if that's how to pronounce his name. I hope I haven't butchered his name there. But I believe he got appointed in 2022. He's already won a major tournament. Didn't he win the Nations League as well with Spain? I can't remember. I think he might have done. You might have to remind me in the comment section. But he's won a major tournament already. Southgate has cost us in all 4 tournaments. The World Cup semi-final against Croatia, we lost because of him. The last Euros final, we lost because of him. The quarterfinal, okay, against France, we got unlucky because we missed. Maybe that wasn't his fault. But this Euros final, he's got to be held accountable. The team selection, for starters, Ollie Watkins should have been starting. What happened the moment Ollie Watkins came on? The Spanish defence pegged back because they were frightened. They were petrified of Ollie Watkins, what he can do in behind. Cole Palmer scored when he came on. I can't remember how many minutes he had whilst coming on. It wasn't many. But I think it was like, what, the 70th minute? We scored, 20 minutes left. Still time for a winner. And we all know momentum is key. Momentum is key in football. So any manager, again, world football, would have said to their players, right, go for the kill. Because Spain would have been deflated. No, we just sit back and play for extra time. Just why, man? Why? We've just scored, for fuck's sake, and we're sitting back. Kyle Walker, oh my God. Kyle Walker. I told you about this brother all tournament. He shouldn't be starting. I would have preferred a one-legged Reece James over Kyle Walker. He's pushing, what, 32, 33 now? He's getting on. He's another one that cannot start for England game in, game out. You just cannot start it. Oh, fucking hell. 2 of the goals came down his side. Ball watching. And this is a 5-time Premier League winner. He's also won the Champions League. Isn't he the captain of Man City as well? He's one of the 3 captains as well for England. How? How can you not track your man not once but twice? Oh my God forbid. I mean, the fact Trent has not had a look in at all. The only time he has had a look in was when he played in midfield, obviously. Since then, he made the odd cameo off the bench against Switzerland. But, yeah, wasn't seen since. And obviously scored the penalty to send us through to the semi-finals. So, of course, doesn't start in the following game. Doesn't start him in England's biggest game in their history, when it's 2 of the best teams in the tournament on paper. You're expecting both teams to go full gun-ho, but no, not with England. Not with England. I mean, as I said, he's getting on, Kyle Walker. He is getting on. I can't even remember I need to check this. How old is Kyle Walker at the moment? And how old will he be? He's 34. So it's likely that it's going to be his last Euros, pretty much. I don't understand why he's starting. And why he started every single game. Without his pace, he is Hector Bellerin without a greenhouse membership. Harry Kane needs to fucking retire as well. I've already mentioned him earlier. He needs to retire. He couldn't press an elevator button, he's that slow. Fucking useless. Oh, but he's England's highest top scorer. And what? Olivier Giroud did not start a game for France. Just because he is England's highest top scorer doesn't mean you need to start him when he's not playing well. Oh, but he still scored 3 goals. As I said earlier, a tap-in, 2 tap-ins actually, and a penalty. Where was he again? In the box. Where he's not been this entire tournament. And then he brings on he brings on Ivan Toney in the 88th minute. As if lightning's going to strike twice. Oh, I brought Ivan Toney on with, 2 minutes left against Slovakia, and we scored, so surely the same's going to happen. No! Fucking hell, this Southgate brother, man. I mean, no, you know what else pisses me off as well? Like, Jordan Pickford, right? Man of the match yesterday. I don't think this is a Jordan Pickford thing. It might be an instruction, whatever, I don't know. But can someone tell him that he can play short? Why does he need to punt the ball 50 yards every time he has a free kick or if the ball ends up back? Why does he punt the ball 50 yards every single time like his name is Tom fucking Wilkinson? Seriously? It's not even getting close to anyone in a white shirt. Jesus. I don't know what to say. The easiest way of rounding off this video, Cole Walker needs to retire. Harry Kane needs to retire. He's pushing 31 at the end of the month, for fuck's sake. Southgate needs to resign and bring in someone with some bloody kahunas and actually has a football brain. Actually has a philosophy. Gordon has played 4 minutes this whole fucking tournament. We've gone from playing a midfielder at left wing to playing another midfielder at left wing. Unbelievable, man. Foden stunk up the place this whole tournament. We were told, yeah, play him as a right winger because that's where he's been playing for Man City. We play him on the left. Oh, no. He's not a winger. He's a midfielder. We play him in midfield. Now what? 0 goals, 0 assists, 7 games. Stop this gimmick that he's good for England, because he's not. He's never been good for England. How about just drop him and we never see the sight of him again in this 11? Bring him off the bench. Another one of Southgate's favourites. Bellingham. You take off Mainu and then you shift Bellingham in the 8 because he's too scared to bring off Bellingham when he's having a shit game. The fact Cole Palmer scored in our biggest game of our century. England's biggest game of the century, pretty much. Yeah, he's not started in once. I feel for Cole Palmer, you know, I really do. I feel for Watkins. Imagine going through that much adrenaline to then getting dropped in the final. Guys, I could go on for hours. This is where I am going to lock it off. The Euros is over. Back to Arsenal content. Cannot wait. And club football is where I want to be. Club over country, every day of the week. That is why we love the game. Not England and Gareth Southgate. None of that. Club football is a different breed. And to be fair, this Euros has been a fuckfest anyway, so yeah. Bring on the Premier League next season and hopefully I'm not going to be taken through another season of depression. So subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll catch you in the next video in a bit.